Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options in Play video update. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. It was quite a headline-filled one, huh? Um, having my coffee on Sunday morning, reading the news, really got excited for this week. Uh, and for the most part, been a pretty busy start, right? Pretty significant gap up this morning. Uh, we haven't really built on it, pulling back a bit, and that kind of brings me back to like the main topic of this video: uh, expectations, expectations, expectations. Right? I talked about it in a video last week. Uh, they were expecting a monster move in the market going into this weekend, this G20 summit. So when I did a video on Thursday, I said that the Monday expiration, so December 3rd, straddle on the spider was pricing about 485, right? And on Friday, I followed it up in the letter saying basically after Friday's move, the SPY was still pricing in about 485 for Monday. So that's crazy. It basically it was like Friday almost was irrelevant, right? Like the straddle was pricing in 485 on Thursday, and then late in the afternoon on Friday it was still pricing in 45. So it just showed you that the expectations heading into this week were just sky high for a huge move, right? And that's fine. I mean, we can, the market is there to dictate, what the expectations are, what the risk is, right? They're telling you the options on the SPY are telling you, what the type of move is that you can possibly expect. I mean, this is what the players think could possibly happen. That's great. Like, you want to know that, but at the same time, you have to be aware of what you're paying for, right? And we've basically, give or take, like a dollar. Like, the spiders have basically had two 500-point moves in the last 4 days. So on Wednesday and now on Monday. The biggest difference, though, right, is that on Wednesday they were only looking for 2 points. That was the day that the Powell speech was. So the spider straddle heading into that session was only pricing about $2, versus today we had a 5 point, basically a 5 point open. It was like 485, which is even crazier when you think that the straddle was pricing in about 45. So about $5. But what happens is, like, it's tough to make money because the options, the implied volatility, and the premiums were so elevated that if you bought the straddle, you would be lucky to break even, right? And that's what would really that's what really is the thing you need to focus on with options, right? It's you have to be aware of what you're paying for, and changes in implied volatility, changes in pricing can make like a really dramatic difference between when a trade works for you, and or when it's like a struggle just to get back what you put into it. And like right now, I mean, there's still some time left today as of like the time of this video, but let's flip to like the options. I mean, you can see, like, so looking at the December 3rd straddle right now, like, it went out, say, 276. I mean, it's going for about 280, right? And so it was priced in at 45 coming in. Right now it's trading about 280. But what's crazy is you can see the implied volatility. Like, this event was factored into so many of like the near-term expirations. So like if you went out to next Friday's expiration, so that's the remainder of this week and next week, that straddle right now is only about like $6 right here. See, like, let's say the 279, right? You can see just about $6. So it was $5 coming into just today's session, and now after for another week and change, a week and a half, it's only 6. So you can see that that's if you have conviction, it's one thing, but if you're just playing because everybody's hyping it up, everybody was talking about how this weekend was going to be a big event, but then it's a different story, because you can't dismiss the pricing of the options when you're going into these events. You really need to factor in, what type of move you're going to need, what are the levels, And in this case, it's like spiders. It's like if you had just stayed on like the sideline, not to be the Monday morning quarterback, but if you just stayed on the sideline, now you can get involved in some longer dated contracts for only $1 or say what, like 20% more than what today's straddle would have run you on Friday. So it's like I love events, right? Um, Options in play were all about events, but at the same time, I really try to focus on you know the priced in moves, right? You hear me talking about it all the time. Priced in moves matter. Like if like sometimes like the priced in moves, they seem light. I mean, compared to what has moved in the past. But other times, like heading into this weekend, I mean, $5 move for the spider would be huge. So it's like when you get that type of implied volatility, it's like you have to be really careful with laying out premium because it's going to require a massive move in a very very short window. Um, so now like you'll probably see the implied volatility continue to contract. Unless we keep seeing like these 400 or 500 point moves, and the big event now, which is going to come up on the radar, right, is going to be the Fed decision on the 19th. So going out to the 21st expiration, scroll down here and you'll see that they're looking for about almost like an 8 point move. So that'll be like the next big event to watch, and we'll have to wait and see because that's a long ways away at this point. So we'll have to wait and see what they're pricing in there. But um, you know, if it's anywhere in this ballpark, I mean, it could be another instance where you want to be careful laying out the premium for these really hyped up events. All right, guys. So earnings season kind of winding down, but still some busy, still some big names due out. They're a little bit further and farther between. And then with the Wednesday holiday now, in observance of National Day of Mourning for ex-President Bush, the calendar of earnings gets kind of thrown out of whack this week. So companies are issuing press releases like moving up or moving back. So when I get a little bit more visibility on when companies reporting, be sending out updates to let you guys know. So be on the lookout for those. All right. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.